Hi everyone, Samantha here, the Huga Stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here today. I have sat down and collected all of my works in progress, some haul, and I have a ton of things to share with you. I have been stitching like crazy, and I have been watching a ton of Flosstube over the last month. So I have a ton to talk about, and let's get started. Let's jump right in. First, I wanted to share with you my book of days, 2022 needlework. This book is so fun. I'm really enjoying just keeping track of everything that I've started, my old works in progress, and just having fun with a ton of stickers. So my April, I haven't shown you yet. I went a little crazy. I went through my sticker book and found, you know, planets and stars and anything to do with the Zodiac, because as you know, I have recently purchased a Zodiac pattern and I worked on it in the month of April. So I'm going to show that to you soon. And for May, went crazy with flowers and mushrooms and fairies and butterflies, things like that. Doesn't that look so cute? So everyone, go get one of these books. It's never too late. If you can find one, get your hands on one, because I don't think it really matters if you started in July or August or September. You've started, right? I think that was my biggest regret, not getting one earlier, because then you can just start tracking what you're working on, and you can keep these for years and years, right? And look back at when you started them and what was going on in your life during that time. So I just think it's really cool. And it really helps me when I'm filming a Flosstube, because I can go back and be like, oh yeah, I worked on this. I forgot about that one. So yeah, go get one of these. I use the stickers from these two sticker books. I got this one for Christmas for my husband. Really, really awesome. You can get these on Amazon, or you can go to like Chapters or any bookstore and you will be able to find these. They're really, really easy to get. I recently got this one a couple of weeks ago, and I haven't used any of the stickers yet, so I'm excited to get a hold of them for next month. But like really, seriously, these are so cool. You could really have fun with this. So yeah, go get that. So I have a confession to make. I made a mistake during my last video. I had filmed a whole segment about Happy Mail, and when I was editing, I must have missed it, you know, when I was putting things together, and I feel terrible about this. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the clip that I had missed from my last video, because I really want to share it with you, and it goes along with my next current whip. So here, I'm going to insert here. Something exciting happened to me a few days ago. I have received a parcel in the mail from a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Amber. You've heard me talk about her before, Rogue Mama Stitcher. And she reached out to me a few weeks ago and had said, Samantha, I'd really love to send you some needle minders that I made. And I was like, sure, you know, that sounds awesome. And, you know, fast forward a couple of weeks, I come home from work one day and I see a parcel on the table when I come in, and my girls were like, Mom, what's this? And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so fun. Let's open it up together. And she sent me this lovely card. It's a St. Patrick's Day wish. And it was so fitting because it was St. Patrick's Day when I opened the parcel. So it was really fun. Way to go on the timing on that one, Amber. you crushed it. And she did. She sent me some needle minders, and me and my girls, as we were opening up the parcel, were like oohing and eyeing and like, oh, this is so cute. These are adorable, and it reminds me of Amber, like they always will. Her personality, she's so colorful and fun, and I could see why when she, you know, made these or purchased them and made them into needle minders. Yeah, they're always going to remind me of her. So this is really cute. This one is the lion. Now these all go with my Wizard of Oz, my Emerald City. I want to show you what it looks like. I haven't done any more stitching on it, but there it is. And there is the really cute needle minder that Amber sent me. There's Dorothy. So cute. I'm dying. They're so good. They're so good. And then that's not it. There's also the Tin Man with the little heart. Oh, so cute. as well as the scarecrow. Aren't these adorable? See, she made them into needle minders. So she got these from a company called Fairy Dust Clay, which I now follow on Instagram, and recently found out that they have .com. They have a new website. So you can go check them out if you're like, oh, those are adorable. Or if you want to see what else they have, fairydustclay.com. Go check them out. Really, really cute. Oh, I can't wait to start using these. These are so fun. That Tin Man is just killing me over here. So cute. Thank you so much, Amber. That was really, really fun. And I'm going to enjoy these new needle minders with my project. Oh, so fun. Isn't that amazing? So special. Thank you again, Amber. That was such a special treat. And I want to share with you now my whips, my works in progress. The first one up is Emerald City. So you just saw what it looked like a while back, St. Patrick's Day. And now this is what I've done. I've completed a whole nother page, Emerald City by Owl Forest Embroidery. And what I worked on right here is these poppies and the little mice. So these were really fun. Now I had a ton of fun putting this together because you've seen my videos, right? How I've been like putting beads in here, and I've been using special fancy floss and things like that in here. So I've been having a lot of fun putting things together. So I was trying to come up with what I was going to do for the poppies. And my daughter actually helped me come up with this idea. So as you see, there are some poppies that are bigger and smaller. So what I did is I used some black beads, some Mill Hill black beads, and I used the regular sized ones in the top flowers. And then I used petite black beads for the bottom flowers, and I think they look so cute. It really, because at first I had all large beads and I'm like, it just doesn't feel right. And then my daughter came up with the idea of using the petite beads in there, and it looks fantastic. And then it gave me the idea when I was doing the little mice. I also added for their eyes, I used the black beads. Well, let me look at it again. I used the petite beads for their eyes, and then the large bead for their nose. How cute are they? Oh my goodness. I just love them. And then for the whiskers, I used the DMC Diamant. And I think it's just perfect. It's like, it's got a sheen to it that really reminds me of what a whisker would look like. And I think it turned out great. And then for the crown, I used these Magnifica Mill Hill beads. They're just like that perfect gold, right? It looks like a crown. What do you think of this? Isn't it cute? It's coming along, isn't it? So coming up next, the next part of this stitch is Emerald City. So it's gonna come all the way across here and come up. Oh, I can't wait to start stitching that. There's a whole bunch of colors I haven't used yet, all the greens, and it's gonna look amazing. So I'm really excited to start that. So maybe my next video, you'll be able to see that, at least a start on Emerald City. Really, really cool. Thank you for letting me share this with you. This project brings me a ton of joy. I just love it. I just love it. There we go. Okay, I'm really excited to share this next project with you. It has been months in the making, deciding I wanted to stitch Zodiac by Tiny Modernist, the stitch along that happened last year. I kind of had seen throughout the year people stitching this, and I just knew I had to stitch it. It's so different than anything I've ever done before, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So months in the making, I had to order the fabric. The Picture This Plus is hard to get for me. I had to order it from 123 Stitch, and it is called Gothic by Picture This Plus. So let me show it to you. I have started it. It's so good. So I started right in the middle, and I did the first circle, just to get some outline, a little bit of the border, and get down to these two circles. So I did Pisces first. I'll let you take a look at that. It's so good, you guys. 40 count. What was I thinking? I love 40 count linen. I worked on it with other projects and have had no issues whatsoever, but a dark fabric in 40 count is actually really tough to work on. So I stitch on this during the day when I've got good sunlight, and I use magnification, my new lamp that I got, my new floor stand, which is awesome. I have it right beside my couch here and I use it all the time. But yeah, getting good lighting, magnification, I can do it. I can do it. I think why I chose this is because I didn't want it to be too big. You know, this is a large project, and on 40 count we'll make it a little bit smaller because I do plan to frame it. Look at this fabric, isn't it crazy? Oh, it's so good, it looks like outer space. So there it is again, Pisces. I have all of the pattern. I recently ordered all of these and they're all here. This used to be a stitch along last year, and it's really great because, you know, each card, it's like, oh, I can have a little finish, right? On to the next one. So let me show you what it looks like after it's done. This is the last one. This is the sun and moon. I'm a Leo, so I am just loving this lion. So cool, pink colors. And look, actually, let me show you what the colors look like on the fabric, because you can see a few of them here. But here are all the colors. They just pop off of this fabric. The blues, the purples, the pinks, even the whites and the gray and that, and these like goldy colors. They're amazing. So I should talk about these. I got this from Sarcygurl. She lives in Winnipeg and she shops at Lizzie B sometimes, and she came in recently to have something framed. And she had like left them with the framer. I wasn't working that day when she had come in, and said, make sure Samantha and Barb get a set of these so that they can try them out. And I am actually really loving them. They're called Stitchy Hugs, I think. And basically the idea is your floss hugs it, right? It goes, wraps its arms around it and goes through the hole. So it's kind of a fun way. I thought because this was a project that didn't have a ton of floss, it was kind of cool to put them all together on a ring, and it's visually, I just love it. It's really fun to, like, I don't know, I'm just really enjoying them. So thank you, Sarcygurl, Christy. That's amazing. I'm also going to link her Etsy shop below if you're interested in picking up these, because they're really fun. Really, really fun. I also have been using the DMC stickers. I put a sticker on each one so that I can reuse these. I can just take the sticker off when I'm done. And I've heard people say, oh, they're terrible because the stickers after time, they fall off, and then you're like, well, what color is this? I can't find it anymore. But that hasn't happened to me, but I've heard other people say that before. But so far, so good for me. All right, another whip that works in progress that I have recently brought out. This was a stitch that I haven't stitched on since Halloween last year. I started it on Halloween, and I was just feeling inspired to get this out and stitch on it. This is Luna by Nora Corbett. Those amazing pumpkins. I love this Bewitching Pixies series. I do plan to stitch on all of them. I have a few in my collection, but there's a few more I'm still looking for. But yeah, aren't these amazing? I love the chocolate linen from Which Else. That's what I've chosen to stitch all of them on. And this is my progress. This was like another week of stitching. Oh, how great is she turning out? I love the colors on this chocolate fabric. It's so great. Look at the greens and the purples. I love that I'm finally have like a picture, you know, you can see a face and the arms and as it comes together. Last time I had just done part of the dress and you couldn't really tell what it was. So now you can kind of see the face has formed, the hair is there. Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep going, and I wanna get down to the pumpkins, get that color in there, that fantastic orange, and this beautiful green Krynic that is down by the pump, like kind of like the vines of the pumpkin. That's going to be really, really great too. I love it. So what do you think of this? It's coming along, isn't it? I'm going to put it away for a little while, but I'm sure it's not the last time you're going to see this, because every project I do, I finish. Every single one. I've never not finished a project, so it might take me a year, might take 2 years, maybe even 3. Some of them are really big projects, but I do plan to finish them all. Go in my collection. So there we go. That was Luna by Nora Corbett. And then this one is another owl forest embroidery. I have been working on it since February. It was my newest owl forest embroidery. It's the Patchwork calendar. The great thing about this pattern is that every single month I have a brand new start and a brand new color of floss to work on. It's been really, really enjoyable. So over the last month, I have decided to go back because I hadn't finished each one yet, but I went back and I finished them all. So I'll show you. This one was February, cute little squirrels. Here, I'll show you like this. So completely finished. I have finished the border and got all the squirrels done and the nuts on the tree. How great is this? So cool. And then this was March. The little sheep. And I have an idea for these. I was like, what am I going to do? Because they're all individual, right? I think if I can get my sewing machine out, how great would it be to make 12 project bags and kind of inspired by each color that is in the pattern, you know, maybe some sheeps and find some colors that match this and make project bags out of them. What do you think? Do you think I could do it? I know there's YouTubers out there that have videos on how to make project bags, like nothing crazy, just super simple stitching. I think I can do it. I think I could. So my girlfriend is actually coming out to Winnipeg soon, and I'm hoping I can take her to maybe a quilting shop and she can help me find some fabric because we're gonna wanna shop together, of course. So this one is April, adorable bunnies and beautiful purples and green colors. Oh, I loved stitching this one. This one came together so fast. So cute. And this is the month of May. I think this is my favorite one so far. I'm almost done. I just have a little bit more of the border to do, but I love the colors of this one and those cute snails. Yeah, it was really enjoyable to do. Like these motifs up at the top were really fun, and just this the stitching is easy to do. It's like you figure out how to do the first leaf and then you just move down and it's the exact same, right? So it's really, really easy to learn and just away you go. So I think that's why this one has been really enjoyable. Really, really fun. And then I thought maybe you would like to see some of the other colors from some of the other months. I love owl forest embroidery. They just have the fun colors of floss and they come so cute. I just love them. So here's a few more colors. Purples and blues, greens. Oh, those are gonna be good. Really, really good. So yeah, that was that. Owl Forest Embroidery Patchwork Calendar. You can get these. You could go and download them if you would like from Owl Forest Embroidery. They have a great website. They have lots of free patterns. I have like the Emerald City free pattern. You can just go download it and away you go. You start stitching. Also Alice in Wonderland. I have started that one last year and I haven't brought it out this year because I've been going on Emerald City, but pretty soon I'm gonna want to bring that out again and get some more progress done on it. But Owl Forest Embroidery, they're all free. There's quite a few free patterns. You can go and check out their website and download something and get started. So this is my last work in progress. I feel like Amy from Fiber Arts Amy, she inspired me to start this. I have been watching a ton of Flosstube. I told you guys a ton of Flosstube over the last month and a bit, and I have been watching a lot of Amy's videos, and it was like, that's it, I'm just gonna start another memorabilia. I'm almost done my mermaid. I'm very close to finishing it, and that's a big one. And when I'm done it, I don't have any other big memorabilias on the go. So I went through my collection and I got out Mooka and I've started it. Oh, this is huge. I think this is probably the biggest memorabilia I've ever done. Cause like usually it's a big, you know, a big dress or a big mermaid or a big fairy. And this one is like a scene, right? You've got that large bed in there, all the bedding, the chandelier, the wings, the hair, the dress. There's so much to this pattern. So I started it, and the funny thing is my husband had, you know, looked over at me and he was like, wow, you're stitching really fast on that. And I was like, you're right, I am. Like, it doesn't look like a ton here, but it just came together so quickly, like a weekend and a little bit, I had gotten this all done. And you know, I think what it is mirabilias are my, what is it? Like, it's my jam. It's like, I can open up the pattern and I can just fly. Like, I don't know, I understand the pattern really well and I can just go. So I've been really been enjoying this. I started right in the middle of the pattern, and it's a little bit of her bed and a little bit of this brown, and I've done a little bit of her dress. So I had a tough time deciding, you know, starting in the middle, where do I go? Do I do the bed? Do I go this direction and that's normally the direction I would like to go in. I want to get this side done first and then work my way over. But that's kind of boring. I want to get to the girl and the hair and all the wings and everything. So I think starting in the middle, and I'm going to work my way over and get some of this dress done and her face, so that the picture will come together, and then I'll work on the bedding and do part of that border. Let me show you some of the colors. I recently have received an order. The Witch Elt order had arrived at Lizzie B's, the needle workshop that I work at, and the silks arrived. Check those out. They're so pretty. So I think the brown color is for the bed. I think it's like the bedpost. Ooh, that's pretty. That's so pretty. That one's called Sable Water Lilies. Really nice. This one's called Salt and Pepper. Let's see if you can get that. I can see why it's called Salt and Pepper. Yeah, so good. And this one's called Sticks and Stones. So pretty. And this one I had already from another project, and it's called Blue Lavender. And I believe this color is a part of the border. So that blue right all the way around. So I don't know, I might need another one of these. Like I said, I had already used part of it from another pattern, so it's not a full skein, but they're so pretty. And then all the beads, I had a few of them already kitted up, but now I have them all. I'm all ready to go. This one blew me away. These are petites. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages of those petite beads. How is that possible that there's that many in this pattern? Ooh. And then 2 of that green color. And then there's some gems in there. Really pretty colors. I love beading. I really do enjoy it. So this is a large project, and I had a question from a viewer about how I decide, you know, which ones do I stitch in hand, which ones do I use in a Q-snap, and how do I choose? So when it comes to a mirabilia, I always stitch in hand. And I think it's because, you know, it's a larger piece and I want to get some progress. So stitching in hand is a lot quicker, and it's also my comfort. Like, I know how to stitch in hand. It's like comfort stitching. I can just go. And a large picture like that, I want to be able to have it come to life, you know, quickly. And then other projects like my Owl Force embroidery, you saw I was using a Q-snap for this one. It's little, right? And I will have to say, I do love the way that a Q-snap helps your stitching look neat and tidy and tight and all of that. And the tension's just perfect, but it takes a long time. So, you know, when it's a smaller little project like this, I'll use a Q-snap. So that's kind of, and I like to be able to have a different variety. You know how when you're stitching, it's like, you know, that repetition over and over again. So when I stitch in hand, it's a lot like that. And when I'm this, it's a little bit different. You know, you push and then you're going around the back and then around the front. And so it's a different movement. So sometimes I like to switch it up, so I'm not always doing the same stitching all the time. So that's another thing that I do. But yeah, I do love using a Q-snap. I would agree that your stitching looks really good. But with a mirabilia, the bigger ones, Like, I think it's because I've stitched so many years in hand, that, you know, over time, like if I look back at my other Mirabilias from maybe 10 years ago, I'll be like, ooh, my stitching, not as good. It doesn't look the same as what it does now. So I just think over the years, it has improved and looks really good. I'm still very, very happy with it. That actually happened when I looked at my mermaid that I recently got framed. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see, because I did hang it up. It's in my living room or dining room right now. It is gonna go downstairs, but the downstairs basement isn't ready and I had to have it on the wall so I could enjoy it. But yeah, I had stitched it about 8 years ago, and when I had originally brought it in to get framed, I was kind of like, wow, my stitching looks really different. And you can't tell. Like once it's been stretched and put on, you know, the board that they use, and it's all been pinned and it's all tight, my stitching looks incredible. So no complaints there. You know, having it framed made it look really, really good. So very, very happy with it. So that's it for my works in progress. I'm gonna move on now to haul. I have done a little bit of shopping. First, I'll show you what I have received from the Guild. I belong to the Winnipeg Embroidery Guild, and they meet once a month, and us stitchers get together and they have a meeting. And for me, it really is just about that. It's about getting together with other stitchers. That's why I enjoy going. I love walking around the room and seeing what other people are working on. And sometimes they have really fun workshops where, like not too long ago, they had a teacher who had come in teaching gold work. Wow. And had a slideshow presentation that was all about all the different types of gold work and the different materials and where they come from and how they're made. Really, really fascinating. So I learned new things from being a part of the Guild. In Canada, they have, I believe every province has an embroidery guild, and I'm just lucky to live in Winnipeg where there is one. And where I'm going with this is every month they have a draw. And when you go, you know, put in your $1 or $5 and you get some tickets and you put them in the baskets of some different prizes. And I won one. So that was really exciting. And the prize was a lavender and lace Dance of the Roses. This is so pretty. I have done a few lavender and lace, but not many. But I am going to definitely add this to my collection and possibly one day stitch it. Very, very beautiful. So yeah, that was fun. And then I also got some magazines too, New Stitches. Inside here, there is lots of like embroidery and different, but there's cross stitch in here too, which I really enjoyed. And one, I think it's this one on the top that I was like, whoa, this is cool. Because yeah, there's black work in here, cross stitch, but there was a whole thing about planets. Oh, how cool is that? So there was different ones in there. I don't know if I would ever stitch it, but I think maybe I might one day. So there's kind of a picture of all of them in a row and how you could stitch them on black Aida or black linen and cross stitch. That's really cool. I don't think I've seen many patterns like that that have planets in them. And I've always been fascinated by those. So yeah, really, really fun, cool little prize that I wanted. It come with like cryonic and beads and things like that too. So they always do a really nice job of putting together prizes for us. So I wanted to share that with you. And then next step. Sorry about the crinkle. So I was telling you, I've been watching a lot of Amy's Flosstube. Fiber Arts Amy. I'll link her below so that you can go check out her channel if you haven't yet. She inspired this next purchase. So she inspired me twice this video, huh? Muka, and this one is a Teresa Wentzler pattern. Now, after watching her video, she has done a few and is currently working on some and has a stash of, you know, kits and things like that. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. So I went to work and I was like, do we have any Teresa Wentzler? Because we have patterns from like way back when in a filing cabinet. And so I was like, I wonder, and I found one. Just one, and it had my name written all over it. This one is called Lily Maiden. by Teresa Wensler. This is gonna be my first one. And what's exciting about this is there's gonna be some work involved in this one. There is some specialty stitches in here. There's some blending filament. I think in the note it says, please read all instructions before beginning to stitch. Because there's some things in here. Can you see it? It's a fairy and some lilies. It's so pretty. So I have purchased some, what did I get? Some Lugana, which I love stitching on. I got some antique white Lugana, and then I also picked up the blending filaments that go along with it. So 093, it's kind of like a pinky purple, and then 032. Hey, you notice these are different. So Krynic has had some supply chain issues trying to get their hands on the regular spools, right? So you guys have all heard about supply chain issues and everywhere, but Krynic is also experiencing that. So they did manage to get their hands on a different spool. They're a lot larger. They're almost like double the size. And for me, I have a place where I put my Krynic, and this one is like, oh my goodness, it's not gonna fit. Well, maybe it will. It'll just take up way more room. But that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, a little bit different. We've been having a hard time getting Krynic, certain colors, you know, if it's not gold or silver or, you know, the really popular colors, they've been really, really hard to get. We place an order, it doesn't arrive. Some of it does, most of it doesn't. And I would imagine that if they have, you know, let's say they have 5,000 of these, you know, and they have to make a decision, which colors are going to get made, you know, probably the most popular colors that the customers are after. And some of the other colors that aren't as popular might have just, you know, they haven't produced them yet. It's been taking time. I'm sure they will, but it's been taking time. So go check out your local needlework shops and stock up on all your Krynic. Get the colors that you need for your kitted projects. Go get them, because yeah, they are hard to find. Very, very hard to find. But I'm very excited to start this. I think I'm gonna start this right away. It looks really pretty. It's like, you know, from what I know about Teresa, her patterns is that they are a challenge. It's, you know, full coverage, you know, a lot of color changes, but great detail and really, really beautiful after it's done. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to go with that. Have you guys checked out, speaking of fiber arts, Amy, so Maggie, Kitschy Whips on Flosstube, she just started a brand new channel maybe 2 weeks ago. She has 2 episodes and she's so fun. So her and Amy are good pals, and they do a few, you know, they have a Chatelaine Wednesdays, I believe, that they do on Instagram together. They're both participating in that. And I think Maggie, she has this, a Teresa Wensler weekend hashtag. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a part of that. I'm gonna start on the weekend. So hi Maggie, you're amazing. I'm so happy you decided to join Flosstube because you have a great collection of works in progress, and I can't wait to see more. It's been really, really fun to get to know you. I just think it's really amazing when you follow someone on Instagram and they're really active and you're liking all their photos, you feel like you get to know them a little bit, and then they start a Flosstube. It's like, yeah, so exciting. So this happened a couple of times for me. It was Maggie Kitschy Whips, and also, let me think about this. There was another Flosstuber that it's a duo, sisters, they're from Canada. Let me go grab their info and I'm gonna share more about them. Okay, I'm back. I had to go research, I had to use my phone and find out on YouTube a few names here. So I have been watching Stitching Social. They are a duo, a couple of sisters, Allison and Jennifer, and they were, they had a Flosstube that I used to watch all the time. We're going back before I used to do Flosstube, like 2-3 years ago. I fell in love with the two of them actually. You know, like when you find Flosstuber who you would just really relate to and you're excited to see their projects and they're right up your alley kind of thing. And that was it for me. I used to love watching their channel, Allison and Jennifer from Canada. And they recently had gone to a retreat here in Canada. And when they came back, they were like, that's it, we're getting back into it. It had been a 2-year break and they're back filming again. So I was super duper excited when they uploaded a new video and I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna link them below so that you can go check them out too. They have a lot of great fun projects, so really, really great. And I wanted to talk about a few other cross-stitchers, Flosstubers. So another channel that I've really enjoyed, I think there's 4 episodes, the Traveling Stocking Stitcher. She's really, really fun. Great content. It's all about stockings. She has an amazing collection of things that she has stitched over the years and for all of her family members. And just really, really out of the box thinking of how she puts them together. Like she'll take a regular pattern and be like, this will be a perfect stocking. And she would, you know, adjust the pattern a little bit and so that it make it work, the shape and everything. And it's just like, wow, she's very, very inspiring. So go check out this, her channel, Traveling Stocking Stitcher. And then I also wanted to mention Strictly Stitchy. Teresa, she has, I think 2, maybe 3, I think 2 videos out. And she's sweet, she's kind. She has really great variety of different types of patterns that she likes to choose. And I just really enjoy watching her videos. So go show her some support too. If you want to find a new Flosstuber, go check her out. I'm going to link everybody below. So there's that. And then I do have a little more haul that I wanted to share with you. I purchased just yesterday, actually, ink circles. This one's called a Ghostly Mandala. Super fun. I've never done anything like this. This will be a little project, Halloween-y. It's got some ghosts in there. So what really inspired me to purchase this was, I was telling you, we recently got a witch elf order from at Lizzie B's, and we got in glow-in-the-dark Mill Hill beads. These are so cute. I'll show you the colorful ones. So when they glow in the dark, they all are the same color, but there are different colors. So when during the day you would see, you know, the light green, the light pink, the light yellow, the light purple. Those are so pretty. So I'm hoping to be able to incorporate this into the pattern somehow. I'm thinking maybe for the little eyeballs, they're just little X's, right? One stitch, one stitch. I might do different colored eyes in the pattern. And I'm also thinking, am I crazy? I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna stitch it on black with glow-in-the-dark floss. How fun is that? Do you think it'll work? I think so. I might have to do a little, I don't know, maybe I do the ghosts in white. I don't know, I might have to flip it. Maybe not. I'm gonna figure something out because I really, really wanna do something glow in the dark. I've been dying to find something and I think this is the right pattern to give it a go on. So wish me luck. And hopefully we'll be able to put in some fun Mill Hill beads, glow in the dark, have some fun with that. I think that'll be really, really cool. And then I also purchased just some silver Magnifica beads. So you guys, you know, I was talking about Krynic and how it's been hard to get. Magnifica beads, you can't even order anymore. Like, we placed an order with Witch Elves and none of the Magnifica beads arrived, I don't think. And if they did, it was a very short amount. And if you go on the Witch Elves website, it says Magnifica beads are no longer available due to supply chain issues. So yay, that's kind of a bummer. So again, I would suggest to you that if you have a pattern that you've been wanting to kit up and you've just kind of been putting it off, see if they have these, if they need any of these, and go to your local needlework shop and go see if they have any and buy them up because they're gonna be hard to find. I think they're gonna go quickly. Also what I did is I had gone to the Witch Elf website and I had printed off all of the Mill Hill beads that they currently have. And the reason why I did that is because I've been trying to kit up some projects, and I've been having a really challenging time keeping track because I have some of them in little bags that are a part of certain kits, and they might have leftovers afterwards, maybe, right? So I wanted to go through and do an inventory and just check off all the ones that I had. And I thought I had a lot of beads. There's still so many and I can't help but want to collect them all. Is that bad? I just want them all. I want to have every one. The antique, the petites, and maybe not so much the pebble beads or the bugle beads. I don't think I'd ever use those, but you know, it would be kind of cool to have all of the regular glass seed beads in your collection. That would be kind of fun. Anyway, so that's that. That's all of my haul. That's all of my updates. I have one more thing that I wanted to share with you for my plans for next month. So I've had a few starts and I want to do some finishes. So I'm very close. I have 3 projects here that are very close to a finish that I think I'm just gonna let's have a month of finishing things. So Mirabilia, my mermaid of pearls. I'm very close. I'm just gonna quickly show you how far along I am. It's almost a finish, everybody. I've just got to stitch the tail. A few of those bubbles are missing, and then wrap it up with all the beads at the bottom. I've already done a good chunk of all the beads at the top here in her hair. I'm missing the charm in the middle, some of the big beads, but majority of it is all done. So I just need to finish that up. That would be really exciting because I'd love to frame this this mermaid too, so that I have my set, one for each of my daughters, right? So I'm gonna have to get that done. And then we have What Remains by Blackbird Design. I'm very close. Here's where I'm at. I think I could finish this up in a month. I don't see why I couldn't. I've done all the hard work. I've completed the border just about. I have a few more of the birds at the bottom. I have this big, beautiful flower in the middle that's really fun. So I don't anticipate that would take me very long to do. And the peacock there, I can do it, right? Encourage me, everybody. You can do it, Samantha. Finish it up, because I want to frame that one as well. That one's really special to me. That was my very first blackbird, and it won't be my last. I love blackbird. And then this one here, I started a year ago. Well, not a year ago. It was July, Christmas in July, right? So I had started this last July and I would like to finish it. This is one of the Christmas Eve reindeer, Dasher. All that's left is the beading. All the stitching is done. And then I would love to start a new reindeer this July. So I think I can finish that up. And the beading is really fun. You know, all the gems that'll be right in the middle. Oh, it'd be so good. It'll be so good. So there's that. And then those, I think I can finish those 3 next month. So I'm really hoping to complete that. And then I wanted to show you guys just a little teaser. I'm thinking my next episode, I wanted to do a finish parade. I have, you know, in my past videos, I showed like 1 or 2 finishes, and now I've shown you all of them. But I thought it'd be really cool to have a video where every single one is talked about in one video, in one place. So I'm thinking about doing that. I just wanted to tease you a little bit, like look at this stack of finishes that I have that have all been like finished over the years. They're just sitting in my dresser and they need to either get framed. I'm okay with not having them all framed though. You know, some of them, I talk a lot about this at work with customers. These cross stitches, they're like a journal of my life. Like, I've been stitching for over 25 years. And when I look back at these and I'm kind of flipping through them, I can remember which house I lived in, what city I was in, what was going on in my life when I was stitching that design. You know, I'm sure you guys can relate with that. You know, I look through it and I'm like, yeah, I remember I was, you know, a mom with young kids when I stitched that one, and what I was thinking about, what I was going through. It's like literally a journal of my life right here. This is them. So I brought these out because my girlfriend is coming to town. She's from Vancouver, BC, and when we get together, we stitch. and we shop and we enjoy each other's company and eat good food. And I told her, I'm like, I'm bringing out all of my finishes and she's gonna help me pick out which one am I gonna get framed next, because I have an itch. I have an itch to get something framed, and Annika did such an amazing job with my mermaid that I'm like, oh, I want to do another. Which one should I do? So maybe you guys could help me as well. I'm going to do a video maybe in a couple of weeks and show you all of my finishes, and we'll pick one. Okay? So thank you so much, everyone, for watching this episode and for joining me again. This just brings me a ton of joy. I do this for myself. You know, like Flosstube for me, I've always, you know, I talk about it all the time, how much joy it brings me. But these are also going to be like a journal. I think, you know, I'm going to look back at them 10 years from now. They're always going to be there. They're always going to be on YouTube. I can look back at them. My kids can look back at them. I just think it's a great journal of what's going on and what I'm stitching on. I share it with all of you. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll see you again in not too long, okay? Maybe a couple weeks. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.